Hi, everybody, and thank you for joining me today to talk about your national scholarships and international scholarships that you've pulled from Western University. When you first understood you were coming to Western, that you'd been granted a scholarship, what was the response from your own response, your parents?
It was definitely a shock. I got the email while I was playing volleyball. So my dad's the one that actually got the call. I was put on the phone. I thought I was in trouble. And I got the news and I was so ecstatic. I think that I really wanted this university because it gave me the duality of doing both the computer science and business program, but especially now having the Schulich scholarship to back me, it made everything so much easier. Obviously, my parents were so proud of me. I got home, I told all my friends from school, you have to be nominated for the Schulich scholarship, so there's a competition within the high schools. So everyone in the high school is really happy that I was nominated and I was able to actually receive it too. So it was a very exciting time.
Wow.
I remember that day vividly, I was sitting in calculus.
In calculus?
Yeah, in calculus. Okay. I had gone and looked at my email. When I had read it, it was like I was living a dream when I first got it.
Felt a bit
I almost didn't believe it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And when you went to tell your family about it, what was the...
Oh, they were ecstatic. Yeah. My dad told everyone he was so proud about it.
That's fantastic.
I think my process was a little bit similar to Marianna's. Mine was also through a nomination with my high school. I knew I was very academically inclined and all of that, but I never thought of myself as the kind of person who would receive that kind of award. Getting it meant a lot to me and also my family. I'm a triplet and also with just a single parent.
All three of us are at
Western.
Same time?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Being able to have all three of us go to school and that kind of scholarship had meant so much, just to be able to be like, okay, we can afford this. I'm not going to have 6 part-time jobs. So it meant a lot.
I also fully relied only on my mom's financial support. And I'm also a twin. I have a twin sister.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
And I have twin sisters. So.
Oh, you do too?
I know about the two of you. You guys any twins, triplets? Okay.
That's so funny. Because, my mom also had to think about how to afford my sister's education and my education.
Yeah. Equity issues, in the family. For sure, yeah.
And I imagine it's probably a big burden to think about all the time where you're like, well, how am I going to afford the next year? Or how am I going to handle school and part-time jobs? But then getting the scholarship was a super, it was probably one of the best days of my life.
Powerful thing. Okay, I want to switch gears a little bit. I'm curious to know what made you decide to come to Western?
I think for me, Western was the place that resonated the most in terms of just the environment. I think the music faculty and also just Western in general has a really strong sense of community and welcoming, and they really advocate for their students, which is lovely, as well as just receiving the national scholarship was something that also really turned my attention to Western.
I think that one thing that Western does an amazing job at is taking care of their scholarship holders. The scholarship team here, they were talking about all the different scholarship programs that they have. And I said, this gives me so much more opportunity to explore different areas and specializations. And I get to meet more people, amazing people like yourself. So that's kind of where I picked where I was going to go to.
And also, Marianna, what you're talking about, the network of opportunity where you get to know national, international leaders, and you're meeting them right here, right now. And that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
That's a long-term, powerful thing. So Danny, what about you? Because you got here in a slightly different way, being an international student. Mm-hmm. So what was your experience like?
So I was born in Colombia, so my entire family is from Colombia. And then I just grew up in Ecuador.
So you grew up in Ecuador, yeah?
Yeah, pretty warm weather.
And the question is, how do you get to London, Ontario from Ecuador?
My best friend from high school, we played basketball together. And he told me, you should really apply to Ontario. The weather's not the best.
It's a little icy.
Yeah.
I remember for Western, I got my acceptance email, which had a super cute little video that I showed my mom, and my mom was like, this is so fun. I really hope we're able to afford you could go in there.
So it's sort of word of mouth in a way.
Yeah.
For the rest of you, word of mouth. Eric, you grew up north of Thunder Bay, is that right?
I'm from Kitchener-May-Kusab-Indinuag.
Well, how did you get to Western?
A lot of the Indigenous students that do go to post-secondary, I believe most of them would be towards Manitoba, but we do get a couple who come to Southern Ontario. Yeah. And most of it is word of mouth, just from the teachers talking a bit about their education and their pathways.
Yeah. the climate, the culture, everything. It's just it's such a different experience. Okay, let's say it's 10 years from now.
My knees are hurting already.
Your knees. Yeah, sure they are. You just wait. Oh, you just wait. All right, so let's say it's 10 years or 20 years, you pick. What are you going to say back about the self you are today? Like,
So I think looking back, I think I'll be quite proud of all of the things that I'm currently doing, and also just remembering all of the things that I am working on now that will have contributed to that, because I think at that point in my life, I want to be performing. I want to, well, this is a rather recent addition to that, but I want to be directing and also finding ways of combining my English research and my music research and all of those things together.
Yeah.
So sounds like I'm going to still be keeping pretty busy.
you'll be busy. Yeah. That's a wonderful thing to do, to try to maximize your potential, but also like the experience.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Eric, do you have thoughts about looking back 10 years from now? And
So much like what Cosette was talking about, I'm hoping in 10 years from now that I look back proud of my choices, that I took advantage of every opportunity I was given. My parents always want to remind me, is like, you're blessed to be where you are in life. All of the gifts you've received, like, don't forget that. Don't forget where you come from. My goal is I want to be able to give back, because I've been so blessed to be able to do all of this. I want to go to med school, and then I want to go back and work.
you'd like
where
to
I
go
come from.
and practice there.
Yep.
I think time's like flying by really quickly, so a blink of an eye, it's going to be 10 years. But I want to use both of my dual degrees. I want to take the business side of learning about management and then also use computer science, and I want to really bring that into the workforce and try and be a leader in the field of AI, hopefully. And I can use my connections that I've made here, hopefully build something with some of the students that I've met, keep that community tight, and utilize the 2 degrees that I'm taking right now.
Ivy alumni are incredibly networked and tight. Okay, Danny, 10 years from now, what are you going to be saying?
Well, what a scary thought.
Right?
But yeah, it's
Let's make it 20 years then.
Yeah,
That
now I'm
sounds
more
scary.
scared.
30?
Okay, well,
Those poor knees.
yeah. Well, I think I ideally want to look at kind of like what Eric was saying. You want to be proud of the choices and the decisions you make, and I kind of want to go into the wealth management industry.
Okay.
I just want to help a lot more people that have been in my situation and have been in my family situation that struggle to afford education, struggle to make ends meet, and I just want to maybe give back to all that community, and ideally the Western community that has kind of welcomed me with great open arms.
So for you, it's kind of there's a social mission to wealth management, which is to lift people up. The financial support is really highly valuable and critical. I'm curious to know how the scholarship itself has affected your future.
I'm currently working an internship as an AI solutions engineer at IBM, but I'm really excited to go on exchange, hopefully next year.
Oh, where are you going?
I don't know yet, but if you could put in a good word, I would love to go to Milan.
We can talk later. I have opinions. I think it's fantastic to go on exchange.
I'm also planning on doing an exchange in Italy this summer, and I'm hoping to continue to do those
that
kinds of
sounds
things. Yes, it will be, and it's thanks to the national scholarship that I can afford to do so.
Oh, that's so great.
Because they have the little study abroad portion.
Yeah. So
is
the
another
National
great part
Scholarship is
about it.
making it possible for you to do this
Oh,
program.
100%. So doing more things like that and just being able to study music in different parts of the world and also be able to perform. Yeah.
Okay, Danny, what about you?
Well, thankfully, my scholarship has allowed me to network with a lot more people, and also to have a bit more extra time that I would have otherwise spent working a second part-time job. I went skiing for the first time ever in my life this year.
Having grown up in Ecuador. Yes.
I'd never seen snow before in my life, before coming to Canada, right? But the whole experience about just, getting to develop a new skill or learning something new, doing something that for many people here is just part of their childhood, but something I've never done was.
Took some courage.
Yeah.
Like all these things, you go outside your comfort zone and do something that you weren't expecting to do. It's all connected to feeling bonded with other people, right?
So since I got here, I've been trying to get involved within the Indigenous community. There's a program here at Western called the Indigenous Student Circles of Leadership and Support. So every other week, a group of us meet up. It's just a good way for us to build a sense of community with the Indigenous communities all around Western and anyone else who comes from other parts of Canada.
Feels great, eh?
Yeah.
Feels a little bit like home, not quite home, but
Yeah, it's a bit of home here.
yeah.
I think Western is one of the special universities where the people is what make such a big difference.
Completely.
And I think that is what completely changes your education is when you're learning with other people instead of learning on your own. So I honestly really value it.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for this chat today.